For those of you who don't know, Viola's like a violin, but useless.
It's like a violin, but useless.
What's up, Viola gang? I'm James, and I was not originally planning on making a video today, but a post on Reddit called my attention to a segment of Stephen Colbert's Late Show last night, in which he and comedian John Oliver made some viola jokes and discussed the viola to varying degrees of accuracy. Now, I'm sure that no violists anywhere were legitimately offended by the statements that they made, including myself. However, being someone who runs a YouTube channel about viola, and being someone who is pursuing a career in it, I feel compelled to share my reaction and to clarify some of the statements that these two gentlemen have made. The segment begins with Colbert sharing John Oliver's results on a Buzzfeed quiz about which Muppet he would be. He would be Miss Piggy, to which he replies,
It's a massive compliment. I do not have the sexual confidence of a Miss Piggy.
and prompts Colbert to say one of the rarest sentences I've ever heard.
Do you have the sexual confidence to play the viola?
Now, I've never thought of playing the viola and sexual confidence being related in any way, but if Colbert says they are, then I'll take that as a personal compliment. As the video continues, we learn that John Oliver played viola during high school, and the conversation appears to be mellow until we get our first viola joke of the night.
For those of you who don't know, Viola's like a violin, but useless.
No, hey,
absolutely. You can shingle a roof with one. That's about it.
And this was the joke that I saw in a meme on Reddit. Now, to fact check this, in response to the viola being useless, well, I've used the viola to make money before, so I consider that useful. There are other uses for viola that I'll talk about later as well. As for the second thing he said, that viola could be useful to shingle a roof, well, unfortunately, viola is made of wood, so the water would probably destroy it and leak through. Also, it's kind of an odd shape to try and fit with other shingles.
Completely wrong. The tone of an orchestra would be shifted unless you had a few people thrown in there playing a viola, which is like a violin, but a string lower.
John Oliver's statement is definitely correct. Viola is an integral part of any ensemble. It fills in the gap between the violin and the cello, and it gives composers more options for harmonization, as well as sometimes adding variety to a melody.
If you can't play the violin with any flair, then you can fill the sound of an orchestra by just droning on a viola, and that was my job.
This statement has some truth to it. So traditionally, violists were actually violinists that were the bad violinists, so they were given violas, and then they sounded even worse because it's harder to play. However, since the 20th century and in current day, people actually choose to play the viola because it has its benefits. I used to play the violin with flair, although I ended up preferring the viola, and I still play the viola with flair as well.
The better I got at the viola, the worse I realised I was. So that's the problem. When you get good, you start to be given incredible piece of music, like the Bach Double Concerto. Spectacular. And I think I realised as I played that, I realised how bad I was.
This is relatable not just for violists, but probably for any musician. As you get better at your instrument, you recognize your own faults more and more. This is especially true with Bach, because with Bach, you can't use as much vibrato, so you have to play more in tune. It's also rather difficult to phrase, so it often ends up making musicians feel as if they just started playing yesterday.
Because in your head, you know how you want it to sound, but your fingers can't do it, so you end up wanting to smash it against the wall like a significantly less cool Pete Townsend. I will say, I was just thinking, I don't know why Yo-Yo Ma has never ended a concert by just smashing it all over the stage.
That's it. Yeah, because it's not a Gibson off the line.
I guess this one is more of a matter of opinion, but I personally think it would be cool to see a viola smashed, especially in slow motion, hypothetically, of course. As for Yo-Yo Ma, well, his cello costs about $2.5 million, so that's why he doesn't smash it after a performance.
I was absolutely terrified of playing the viola in front of people. That was the thing. I was always fine with kind of performing, and yet any concert at school, I was petrified because I think deep down I knew I was terrible. Anytime I was opening my mouth, I was okay.
Now this is interesting because I'm exactly the opposite. I'm not at all terrified of playing viola in front of people, but talking in front of people, yikes. Overall, I would give Colbert the same advice he gave about John Oliver's comedy show.
I think no matter what, give it another chance.
Viola may be the one that they make all the jokes about, but it's not just the violin's lesser cousin. It's worth a chance, and a moment of your time to listen to. Before this video ends, I must say I am a fan of Colbert, and I'm grateful that he put the viola in the spotlight, no matter what kind of light that was in. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below, and subscribe for more Viola content. Until next time, Viola Gang, Viola King out.